Now, fortunately, this time I don't have a 39 original paint to put aside this Harley Davidson catalog, but I finally got it out, and we've got some clarification here on something very interesting, so I'm going to go ahead and make a video of this. And this is the clarification here. At least at the onset of the year, 39, we had the I-beam Springer on the 45. So here's our lineup, the 61 and the 45, and 74 twin, and the 80 twin. So I'm going to read what's new and improved here. I'm going to read this whole thing to you. Again, this is the front of the 39 sales brochure. It says here, the sensation of the motorcycle world, the 61 overhead valve twin, has gained the praise and admiration of riders everywhere. Appreciate the latest in engineering advancements who demand the utmost in a motorcycle. The performance of this great motorcycle out on the road and in competition, plus its ability to keep going over endless miles, is winning for it thousands upon thousands of new riders every season. For 1939, the 61 overhead valve is still a finer appearing motorcycle with a new beautiful taillight, streamlined instrument panel, polished stainless steel fender strips, and attractive color scheme. So 39 introduces the stainless trim here, and we're going to show you the taillight here in a minute. A number of motor refinements make for still better performance, reduced operating costs, and longer motor life. So let's go look at our taillights here. Those who don't know, so the hog snout taillight, which came out in 34, 38's the last year. We'll look at some of our original paints over here. And here's our 42. See the screws here? This came out in 42. 41 and earlier to 39, you have this style here, and there's two clips inside. Obviously, my police bike, Mr. Heavily Ridden Motorcycle, has had holes drilled in it. These are drilled holes, that's why it's got those screws there. We got Greenie over here, still has the early taillight here. Now the very early taillight, which a buddy of mine showed me, is a little different from the standard, but I don't have one to show you. The very early 39 is different on the inside. He showed me one once when I was at his collection. Let's go back to the catalog. For 1939, the 61 overhead valve is still a finer appearing motorcycle with a new beautiful taillight, streamlined instrument panel, polished stainless steel fender trips, and attractive color scheme. So we have this sloping panel here, which is the standard paint scheme, but again with the special orders you can get whatever you wanted. And streamlined instrument panel. So let's stop here for a moment, and we're going to talk about that. Here's the instrument panel here. Now this here with this dent, or this curvature here, this was used all the way through pre-war. You can see the taillight here with no screw holes. You follow? Let's go have a look at our dashes. Again on our original paints. And you'll be able to see. Again, here's the 42 here. The chrome package. Here's our 41 without a chrome package. You see? Here's our 40 cop bike with the chrome package. Let's go over to baby here. And this is an original dash. See the difference? This is post-war. This is only 46. during the war. We'll find out. Right now, I don't have any concrete information. But at 46, this is what they used. So, of course, it's still what people refer to as the white face speedo or the silver face speedo. There is a brand new off the line 40 at the Harley Museum with a gold speedo. And I've got a brand new, or had at least prior to my move. Hopefully I still have it. Haven't found it yet. Just the speedo's face. And on the very top was gold. And then you can see the silver, and then you can see the white. So in my opinion, they were all gold originally. A number of motor refinements still make for better performance, reduced operating costs, and longer motor life. So 38, you have a oil pressure sending switch here in the center. 39, it's over here. 37, 36 is reversed, if I'm recalling correctly. I don't have 37, 36's lines to compare, so I'm doing it off memory. So if I'm wrong there off of memory, I'm sure somebody will correct me. That's what memory's saying at the moment. Now, the 45, again we have visible proof in Harley's documentation. So my opinion, and others' opinion, don't matter at this point. I being fork. We have the documentation. It was used at least in early 39. And we know for a fact that sometimes they changed forks mid-year. At least at the introduction, we had the I-beam Springer. The great favorite with solo riders, the 45 Twin is steadily gaining in popularity. In all kinds of competition events, it has made an outstanding record. A straight-through lap-on crankcase bearings, piston and ring changes. Okay, so at least here, we have a straight-through crankcase. I haven't had personally enough motors apart, so I couldn't tell you when they did that on the big twins. The early ones, certainly not. So we'll find out, and we'll let everybody know. But right now, I don't know. But according to this, 45 finally came through with a straight-through crankcase. New valve springs, 24 needle roller bearings in the transmission are 39 advancements that will give owners the maximum in service and performance. Again, an update on the tranny. A new ride control with the sidebars brought down below the handlebars. As to safety and appearance, the 45 Twin and all 1939 Harley Davidsons are now fitted with self-aligning upper and lower head cones in the steering head. Easy handling is assured throughout the life of the motorcycle with no binding or pitting of ball bearings in races. Well, that's interesting. I had thought the head cones were the same. 36 up. Obviously, that is incorrect. So we're going to have a real interesting learning experience when we pull this fork off and see what the hell they're talking about. That fork's never been off. When I pulled these little screws out of here, they've never been wrenched on. This fork has never been off this bike. The 74 Twin. The acknowledged leader in side valve motorcycles, the 74 Twin enjoys the distinction of having been chosen by more riders than any other make or model on the roads of America today. For solo, sidecar, package truck, pleasure, police, and commercial use, its enthusiastic owners are legion. Its powerful, quiet motor will deliver still more horsepower and still greater owner satisfaction and longer trouble-free service because of such 39 advancements as steel-strutted pistons, oil control piston rings, that was an advancement, equalized cylinder lubrication, improved manifold, changed manifold, perfected valve spring covers. They changed from the clips to the screw-on types. A lot of people have asked me that question, and I wasn't sure, so now we know. This is when they came out with the little screw-on types. In common with the 61 overhead valve and 80 Twins, changes in clutch design have been incorporated that make for smoother clutch action, minimize clutch slippage, and ensure easier shifting. Now that I wasn't aware of either. I thought all the narrow clutches were the same, so they changed early and late. Very interesting. Identical with the 74 Twin except for a still larger motor, the 80 Twin has made many friends because of its great reserve power. With the 61 and 74 twins, it shares such 39 features as a new clutch pushrod thrust bearing in the transmission with 25 balls, each a quarter inch in diameter. On these three models, a sliding gear has been incorporated in the most used speeds for easier shifting. The sliding gear is in second gear position in the 4-speed transmission and is in low gear position in the 3-speed and in the 3-speed in reverse transmissions. All models have a new push-ball oil cup to provide adequate lubrication of the front brake cable. There's a new neat stop light switch on all models, a new gasoline strainer, a drain out plug at the bottom of the carburetor bowl. Interesting, I didn't know that was started in 39. And saddle tops have a two-tone russet finish in rhino green. Two-tone russet finish, wow. I've had an NOS 39 seat, and that's not what it had. So that's really interesting. So just because I had an NOS quote-unquote 39 seat does not mean it was made in 39. Here's the police bike here. Harley-Davidson police motorcycles have won their outstanding leadership and preference in police service because of their dependability, their features that make them unexcelled for police work, and their low operating cost. In addition to such valuable features as front and rear safety guards, ride control, steering dampener, electromagnetic speedometer, hand stop operated from right handlebar, all the noteworthy engineering advancements mentioned in these pages are incorporated in the respective police models. On ready-to-equip models, there is now an automatic current and voltage regulator that maintains current and voltage at a rate of charge to balance battery requirements. When the battery is fully charged, it cuts down the current to a trickle charge. Battery is safeguarded from overcharge and longer battery life results. A new design of high-tension shielding permits the use of standard ignition cable. A new method of making contact with the spark plugs is another feature of this shielding. Bakelite insulators at the spark plugs prevent rapid cable deterioration due to heat. Very interesting there. So, let's get back to this little section here. We're going to go talk about that training. Permanently attached tubular steel tow bar on Servi-cars here. Cutaway transmission on big twins. Clutch push rod thrust bearing has 25 balls. So that's when I first came out with the later push rod, I guess, in 39. That's the bigger one. There's lots of style and class of the new instrument panel. Self-aligning upper and lower head cones for easy handling. Now, again, these here, you just have the balls in a cone, and it just aligns itself. But I thought that's what they all had. So obviously this is new. So we're going to have a learning experience on this 38. It's going to be very interesting. The front end of the 45 twin showing the new ride control. Well, that is quite a bit different than the earlier one. The earlier one sounds different in the photo. Very interesting there. The new tail lamp in the modern style graces 39 models. Now let's go back to this transmission. So the sliding gear is in second gear position in the 4-speed transmission. Now this is what they did. I happen to have one of those transmissions, which was a huge point of contention. They couldn't have done that, wouldn't have been done, blah, blah, blah. Mouth, mouth, mouth. And unfortunately, I don't have Greenie together. But Greenie happens to have a 39 set of tranny gears inside a 40 case, which means it was ordered that way. And as I was going over the bike, hopefully we'll be able to pick it up on video, and comparing everything once we got to 42, Greenie came originally with a sidecar, which could very easily explain why it has that transmission. If you look here, those are scratches from sidecar mounts. So this bike originally had a sidecar on it, and we no longer have the sidecar mounts here, so that was changed out a long, long time ago. So as I suspect, this bike post-war was a trade-in. The dealer fixed what had to be fixed, took off the car, or the guy kept the car. This is my suspicions. And that's in 46. Replaced the speedo, replaced the cracked leg. So we have the 39 slider gear tranny in a 40 case, and with a lower gear ratio, that would have, it was obviously preferred. This is what they wanted. They thought it was a good idea. So it was first, neutral, second, third, fourth. So we have Greenie's tanks over in the gold room here. I'm going to put down this little camera, get some keys out, and we're going to go look at that. So let me just put this camera down here. You guys can take a look at the 38 for a second. Got to reach one-handed, get the keys out. Hand's still, messed up. There we go. Okay. Now let's go take a look at Greenie's tanks. We're going to show you that 39 shifter gate. The gold room. And somewhere in here we go, I have Greenie's tanks. These are Greenie's tanks. Yes, they are. And here is the 39 shifter pattern. 1, neutral, 2, or excuse me, I got that backwards. 1, 2, neutral, 3, 4. Interesting. So how they worded it is not how they did it. Or I'm not understanding their English language very well. This is the correct 39 shifter tank. 1, 2, neutral, 3, 4. And it came this way on Greenie. This is how it was mounted. That has not been off. So that bike was ordered for the 39 shift pattern for a reason, because the customer requested it in the special instructions. So here we go. So we got clarification of that, exactly what they're talking about. No mistake. But I'm fairly positive. I wasn't there, neither was anybody else. We don't know what was in the man's head or the dealer's head and who placed the order. But somebody had to have ordered it that for a reason. Makes no sense otherwise. So, take a look at this again. You can see the Wisconsin 39 plate on there. Very interesting. Quite clearly you have the short knurled Eaton caps. Go to the back. A Harley Davidson for every motorcycle requirement. There is a Harley Davidson to exactly meet any motorcycle need or requirement you may have. There are models for solo riding, competition, sidecar, police, or commercial work. There are package trucks, sidecars, and Servi-cars. We urge you to go to your Harley Davidson dealer, look over the magnificent 39 models he is offering. Let him tell you about the many advancements and added values obtainable at no extra cost in these truly remarkable motorcycles. Accept his invitation to go for a ride. A real thrill awaits you. If you have a motorcycle, will very likely be able to make you attractive trade-in offer. Let's go out a savings purchase and pay as you ride plans. No obligation, of course. Your Harley Davidson dealer will be mighty glad to have you drop in. Sidecar. Double your motorcycle joys by taking a pallet in your sidecar. Beautifully streamlined, the good looks of this sidecar are more than equaled by its great riding comfort. Spare wheel and tire may be carried on the tonneau. Back here. G-model Servi-car. Permanently attached tow bar, larger body, improved jaw clamp, double tail lights. Double tail lights now instead of single. Stronger safety cable, plus other 45 twin features make the Servi-car still more popular in the automotive business to call for and deliver customers' cars. Now, if you go back through the invoices, they had to request these. That was extra. It says right there. And tail light. Same with the sidecars. They had to request the tail light here. See, there's tail light there shown, and there's no tail light here shown. Extra money. Unequaled for handling light deliveries with loads of up to 500 pounds. Attaches 617480 twins, quick through traffic and easy to park anywhere. Spare wheel with tire can be carried. Bodies obtainable with cover as shown or without. GD Servi-car. Both of these are showing tail lights. Here and here. This has a tail light right here. And this is no tail light. Money, money, money. Got charged for that. Handles light deliveries and service calls with speed and economy. Load capacity 200 pounds. Has all features of the G model, including closed rear chain, larger muffler, stainless steel fender strips. Can be equipped with a tow bar if desired. So unfortunately this time I don't have a 39 accessory catalog or bike, but we're working on it. We'll get that as soon as we can. But I thought that was very interesting with the fork and the clarification of the transmission. For those who don't know, and now we know. Bye-bye.